Wendy says, "Hi, Brian and Jay. This is for
Wendy.
the Otter Fund. Have an amazing Saturday evening."
Wendy, you're great. I know.
I can't wait for these otters, dude.
Yeah, I tell you what. Let's just pull up some small clawed. Small clawed.
Is it an
Asian small clawed? There it is, right in the front.
Yeah, I know because I've been looking at them, dude.
At them. Let's just take a minute. Let's just take a minute.
The utterly adorable hour, dude.
Gosh,
hello. This is a good one, dude. Oh. That's a really good picture too.
Yeah, you tell me Lori isn't gonna fall in love with these, right?
Dude, immediately.
Like Lori ain't coming home when we get these.
I feel like she's already in love with them. She just doesn't want to admit it.
Look at this, man.
This is a ferret dog. You know what I mean? Gosh. Like, look at that.
Speaking of ferrets, you know that they just did. Can you do like black clawed ferret clone?
No.
Yeah, black clawed ferret clone, and then maybe news. Is there news? No,
it should be.
They just raised. They just. Oh no, that's it.
Jedi Council.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Anyways, point is that they just cloned a black cloud river or black cloud ferret that are on the edge of extinction. There's only a handful left.
That's huge.
And they took DNA from a 30-year-old animal to infuse with the new thing to start a brand new black cloud ferret.
That's colony, pretty much. Yeah, that's so cool.
And I think it was the first time that they've been able to take a old animal and clone it like that. There's the very first first mammal. So I think that's like on the road to woolly mammoth.
Yeah, dude. 5.0, Reptarian 5.0. Look out.
Yeah, woolly.
With this water bear. Christina threw $5, gave a high five. Appreciate you, Christina.
Bam, Christina. What's up, girl?
Simple Man.
Simple Man's back.
The way you handled having animal control called on you was epic. It was too. It was my favorite.
Did you like that? So listen, I wanted to really, I'm not a vindictive guy.
No,
I'm not at all. But I did want to kind of rub that in a little bit because I know that it was some, keyboard warrior. And it may have been this one particular comment that I had on a video. They were like, this disgusts me, you keeping the sloth in a cupboard. Literally a cupboard.
Bigger
is what
than
they said.
House.
They said, it gets, this, blah, 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 all around. And my response was just like, and by it said, America disgusts me, because it was like someone from, somewhere. And so my response was just like, I guarantee in your country, there is a zoo that has a sloth in a smaller exhibit than mine. Because we've got a 12 by 12 room for this sloth, right? Which is huge. 90% of the zoos I've seen with sloths, enclosures are much smaller than ours. And so and then like 2 days later, the animal control showed up. So I'm pretty sure it was that person. They did say it was an anonymous call. And the animal control just has to, when they get an anonymous warning, they have to go do it. That's their job. But it was funny because obviously the one animal control, ironically enough, had been here right after we opened because someone called and said Daisy had mouth rot, which has been the internet thing. She's had mouth rot for 20 years, or she's only been alive for 12, but she's had it for 20. And so, of course, animal control came out then. And she said, obviously, the snakes were all great. She looked around. She goes, and by the way, one of my colleagues loves your stuff, and he was bummed that he couldn't come out. Well, he came out that time, this time, and so she had already been out. This guy came out for the first time, and he was basically like, "Oh, I was so excited. We knew you were going to keep your stuff great." They came in, they took selfies with the sloth. He wanted to feed the alligators, but we let him feed Nova and a couple other things, and they were great. I mean, they were wonderful. And he's like, "Oh, I'll be back just to hang out." And I'm like, "You can come back anytime." So it's just it's pathetic that someone thinks that they could call the animal control and somehow hurt us because we do everything by the book. And we have our vet is next door to us now. I mean, is moving next door, and we do everything as good as possible. That doesn't mean that we don't have problems from time to time. Certainly we do. But it's just so I wanted to kind of throw it in their face with the sense of like, hey, by the way, thanks for calling because now we're even in better relationship with our animal control. Now we're on like first name basis. So this is great. You did me a favor. So I'm glad that you enjoyed my my little bit of a stab in the person's face.
Hell yeah, me too.
Damn, son. Can we rail this in?